Hi, this is Travis with Waconda Boats here in Republican City, Nebraska. We're going to do a quick walkthrough video for the new 2014 Lund 1800 Tyee. Just got this one off the truck. We'll kind of do a brief description of the, we'll do the outside first, and then we'll do the interior. You can see we'll start on the outside. They do have some new features for 14. This trailer on certain models, they actually, this is the custom trailer option, and with that, on this model, you actually get, it's rhino lined, which is really nice. Basically, you don't have to worry about rock chips or anything like that if you got to go down some gravel roads. It's all rhino lined throughout the whole frame, the side guides, everything. Also, with the custom trailer option, you get the aluminum wheels. The aluminum mag wheels look a lot better. They're also, they have a clear coat on them, so they're not going to rust or pit or anything like that. The custom trailer option gives you the spare tire, swing tongue. Again, on this model, you get the rhino liner, load guides, retractable tie downs, and LED lights. So that kind of covers the trailer. We'll look at the back here on the boat. We stock the 1800 Tyee with two different 150 engines. This one in particular here has the 150 Verado. We also stock it with the standard 150 Merc 4-stroke. Both good engines, both do really well on this boat. This one in particular we're looking at is the Arctic White and the silver. Now they did change the silver this year. It's really nice. They've added a metallic to it, and I don't know if you can tell, if you'll be able to see from the video, it's really got that fiberglass look to it. It's a beautiful color. It really shines in the sun. The 18 Tyee also, we always put the chrome 3D Lund logo on all of our Tyees, Pro Vs, and crossovers. It just really brings the boat out. Looks nice and more aesthetic looking. So this kind of covers the outside. We'll look back here on the transom. Like all the Tyees, we have a integrated 3-step boarding ladder. It's a 3-step telescoping ladder, really handy, doesn't stick out, which is nice when you when you're skiing and tubing and things and swinging around. You don't have that platform sticking out past the transom. So from here we'll kind of come onto the inside so you can see what this looks like. There's not a lot of major changes on the interior to the 14s versus the 13s, other than they changed the seats. The seats really look a lot better. They're more comfortable. It's got a multi-density foam in it, so they're a lot more comfortable, yet they're still firm. It's really thick upholstery they use, and very aesthetic looking. I'm going to move up. We'll start in the bow. This is just like all the Tyees. They changed the trolling motor battery storage to the front center, which is good. This puts the weight where it needs to be in the front center. It's wired for a 24-volt trolling motor, and there's enough room in there. We installed the battery charger right there in that one compartment. If we look over here to the other side, there's a huge storage compartment here. This covers the whole half of the bow. It's partitioned all the way to the half. And you can get a full-size anchor in there. It's just a big storage compartment. Very handy. It's got a hydraulic arm to keep the lid open. Your Tyee is also going to come standard with the bow cargo net on the port and starboard side. That's also very handy. You can stuff life jackets or you know, your bumpers and all that stuff in there. Get them out of the way. There's another dry storage compartment here, and then on the starboard side, this is your bow live well. Just like the back, it's lighted and timed. It's handy to have this here. A lot of guys will use this for a bait well and use the rear live well for their main live well because it is bigger. But this is big enough to store walleye or whatever species you got. You got an LED light here in the bow. There's also storage up underneath the deck there where the trolling motor is going to go. And of course we got grab rails on the side. The Tyees now come standard with the bow bolsters, so if you're up here, if you're seated up here, you've got a backrest. And I didn't show you yet, this is part of the leisure package that we put on all our Tyees. It's got an integrated cooler here in the bow, and the cooler is removable, and this all folds flat, so it is still a bow conversion, meaning you can move all this down flat so you can seat people up here and open the bow up if you're going to be skiing or tubing or anything like that. This is kind of fish mode here, where it's just the full casting deck. I should say they did change also. I like this. We've kind of got a step up going from the cockpit to the bow. There's a step up. It sets up 4 inches, which makes it easier to step to the bow. And also, rather than waste the space, they added a little storage compartment here, which is very handy. You can get those plain old tackle trays in here, is what most guys use it for. But it's good to have the step, making it easier to get in the bow. And rather than waste the space on the step, they made it storage. So that's handy. There's cargo net under both consoles, and then of course the full-size glove box. The glove box is much bigger than average. We'll move over here to the dash. Of course, full instruments. Very high-end Sony stereo. It's got the USB port and the iPod jack, and they do still put a CD player in these, so you can get a CD in there. AM, FM, and it's also Sirius satellite compatible if you want to subscribe to that. Of course, full tilt steering, hydraulic tilt steering. Moving here toward the back, you can see just like on the 19, it's full casting deck here in the back. And then the handy thing, we've got these flip seats here in the back, so you do have added seating capacity if you ever need it. And it's out of the way if you don't need it. And there's storage under both of these flip seats. Dry storage under here. And under the starboard side is your crank battery storage. And then in the back here, of course, we have the main live well. Very good sized, lighted and timed. While we're here in the back also, like I said, as part of that leisure package, we put the leisure package on all of our Tyees. What that gives you is the sun top. The sun top is very handy to have because, again, it's out of the way when you're not using it. It's got its own storage compartment, so you don't even know it's there when you're not using it. But it is there when you need it. So if you want sunshade or if it's raining, you can pitch the sun top up. It's a good, nice high top. It sets up 6 foot, so you're not cramped. You can still fish under it, and it's got good wind circulation as well, so it doesn't get too hot underneath. Okay, so that's part of the leisure package. The sun top, that bow cooler, and then also the seats, we put air ride pedestal seats on them, so it's adjustable air ride. They've got shock absorbers on them, and it's got a 4-inch travel, so you can adjust your length of your pedestal. And something else I wanted to mention on the Tyee, which I didn't on the other Tyee video, this sport track system that Lund's come up with is very, very handy. What this does is basically it allows you to install any rod holder, cup holder, whatever you would normally have to drill holes in the boat for. You don't drill holes in the boat anymore, you drill them on these sliders. Okay, now what that does is it eliminates you having to drill holes in the boat, and also makes them movable. They're not stationary. So, you know, you can see we've got a rod holder mounted to this one. Rod holder goes in. So it's very handy. And it's, you know, it's not stationary, it's movable. So you can put as many rod holders as you want, you're not drilling any holes in the boat. They make other attachments for these, all kinds of stuff like tool holders, cup holders. For the guys that want downriggers, they make a downrigger bracket where you don't have to drill any holes to mount a downrigger bracket. Very handy system, and that's integrated in all the Lund models, all the way from the Impacts all the way up to the Pro Vs. So. One other thing we need to look at is the rod box in the center. Very large rod box, fits 10 rods, 8 on top and 7.5 on the bottom. It's got its own LED light on the inside. So a very big rod box, and then also, of course, there's still storage on the starboard and port sides here. There's actually rod tubes in here if you want to put rods here on the port side, or a lot of guys just use it for dry storage. And then there's another storage compartment, of course, here. And these are all lockable on the starboard side. Okay. So again, this is the 2014 1800 Tyee. If you have any questions, you can call us, or we'll have more videos, more pictures on our website, which is wacondaboats.com. And thank you very much.